Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Reno Improv's virtual stage. I hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday. We're excited to be doing another show from you right from the comfort of your homes and from ours. Tonight we have a super special, exciting show. I'm really, really excited and proud and honored to have the opening group performing with us today. Their name is Rutabaga, and let me tell you a little bit about them before they come onto your screens. So Rutabaga is a group that decided to just continue the spirit of improv themselves, and they did it all on their own, and it's like the best thing I've ever heard. I love it so much. So throughout this pandemic that we've all been having, they have been meeting every Monday as a team and practicing and rehearsing and working on a format and playing around with all sorts of different stuff, and they are excited, and I am probably even more excited, but maybe not, to bring them to your stage tonight and let you see what they're all about. So we're going to get them on screen in a little bit. After Rutabaga, of course, we have our character talk show where we have some really, really exciting and wonderful and interesting guests that we're going to be bringing to the stage, and we're going to talk to them and find out a little bit about what they're all about. And I'm really excited for that one too. But first and foremost, let me bring to the stage for your viewing pleasure the team known as Rutabaga. And here they are. Welcome them to the screen. Let me make sure I don't leave anyone out. All right. Welcome, Rutabaga. Hello. How are you guys? How you feeling?
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome.
That's excellent. That is excellent. Oh, man, I'm going to need to get the suggestion for you guys, I believe. So across the bottom of your screen, we're going to have a couple of suggestions that this team needs to get started. There is the first one. So in your chat, if you could please enter it into your comment section there. Hello. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Go ahead and type in a suggestion of a household object. Any household object at all will work. And then for the second suggestion, they need something that you do in your car. Something that you do in your car. So a household object and something that you do in your car. And we're going to see those comments pouring in here in a moment, I'm sure. I am so excited. You guys excited to be on the show?
Absolutely.
Excited.
Yep. So we've got a good little audience here to see you perform. Let's get some, there we go, comments coming in. Household item, a vacuum, a nicotine pack, and something you do in your car. Hide from the sun, spill coffee. Oh, man. So we got a few really good suggestions there. What do you guys think? Something you do, or a household item. I like a vacuum. That's pretty. A vacuum has a lot of potential, I think. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, and then how about spill coffees? That's something you definitely do in your car. My cup holders with coffee stains in the bottom of them will attest to that. So we have a vacuum and something you do in your car, which is spill coffee. So vacuum and spill coffee. Alrighty, excellent. We've got some really good suggestions, and I'm excited for Rutabaga to take the stage. So by removing myself, I will allow them to perform. That was an awful transition. Let me try that again. Hey, let's pretend I never said those last 20 words. I'm going to get out of here, and you guys are going to get the pleasure of watching Rutabaga for the first time on the Reno Improv stage. Welcome, Rutabaga.
Breaking news, Mercedes has announced a new spill-free cup holder.
Breaking news, Volkswagen has announced a self-cleaning vacuum for your car.
Breaking news, worldwide vacuum shortage has resulted in floods in Southern California.
Breaking news, tankers spilling coffee all over the roads in Southern California and no vacuums to be found.
Breaking news, spilling stains on your clothing, new fashion trend.
Breaking news, stains are the new black.
Breaking news, vacuuming up parts of your clothing so that they get all messed up is also a trend.
Cut to our amazing fashion designer now designing coffee stain vacuum clothing.
Ah, yes, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's the vision I was looking for all along. The perfect size and shape of the spills and And the vacuum, it sucked up these parts of the clothing in the most beautiful way. They're going to love it. Don't you think they're going to love it?
Yes, absolutely. It's just, it's marvelous. It's just fantastic. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. You're truly the master. Just, where did you ever get this idea of the coffee vacuum fashions?
Well, it all started just a couple weeks ago when I went through the Starbucks drive-thru and I bought myself a venti frappe latte with 2 pumps of almond flavor, and I proceeded to grab it and it spilled all over myself. And I looked down and I said, this.
This. You said this. This
I thought
cannot
that was-
stand.
Don't you think that was a good thing to say at that moment?
It was. It was
It's
just,
bringing tears to your very eyes.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I just need to go off and
Listen, I can't have a fashion consultant crying, weeping like this.
no, of course not. Of course not. You're right. No, shut up. Yes, we must be professional. Even though it's so beautiful. I just need to check with our vacuum suppliers. If you'll just excuse me for a moment.
Cut
Fine.
to
Fine then.
talking with the vacuum supplier. What is it this time?
No, I just wanted to make absolutely sure that we're on for the 473 mini shop vacs for New York Fashion Week.
Yeah. As discussed this morning, we are on track for those 473 whatevers for this morning's Fashion Week or whatever.
Yes, the mini shop vacs, because you're the vacuum supplier and we're having to have the mini shop vacs for the fashion show,
Yes, the mini
because-
ones. Yeah,
Mini ones that you can wear.
right.
Ring, 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 ring. Right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, got them shop vacs. They're 3 horsepower. They'll sling across the backpack, nice and tight. They're only about $75 a piece. Have them delivered at 2 p.m. 493 of them, right?
That's correct.
All right, you got them on the way.
Okay, super. Okay, I just got off the phone with my colleague, and yes, they will be on their way. Are there any other questions?
No, I just I wanted to make sure that they're wearable.
They are wearable, yes. They come with 7 straps, 1 for each appendage.
Oh, that's wonderful. And they will work with coffee stains, correct?
Absolutely. They are coffee stain resistant. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen if they spill wine, but yes, coffee stain resistant.
Right. I'll have to speak to the caterers to make sure that they don't serve wine to the models. Well, ta-ta!
Ta-ta. I just don't know if I can do this anymore.
Hey, boss. I'm gonna have to, I overheard, I covered for you, but those things ain't coming. We're in big trouble. We're out tons of money. And the
We're
only
out tons of money?
only place I can find shop vacs that small is at Harbor Freight, and they're like $17 a piece. That small, and we ain't got the money, and it ain't gonna come in, and they're gonna shut us down, and it's gonna just be for $10,000. I don't know what happened to the money in the accounts.
I don't even know what to say. I am baffled. I This person has been on the phone with me, showing up at the office, just checking on the timeline. I've been passing along that things are going well. And now you're telling me that these bags are $17 each and you don't know what happened to the funds?
Well, I didn't go out and spend it anywhere like at Ruby River or anything like that. It's not like that happened.
Right.
We didn't do that.
Absolutely.
Cut to Ruby River. Welcome to Ruby River. Can I take your order?
Oh, I got a lot to.
Oh, it's you.
What do you got to go?
Oh, listen, Johnny, I told you not to come to my work anymore, okay? Like, I'm trying to make a living here. You know, I'm trying to work like normal people work. Like, it's not like you got a job and can help support me. So,
Well,
just
maybe I can. Maybe I can. I got an expense account.
Oh, really?
How much is my dinner here?
You have an expense account. You have an expense account. Your dinner is $10,000. Okay, how about that?
Put it on my card.
Yeah, give me that. I'm gonna swipe this, and we're gonna find out if you have a little expense account or not. I'm just gonna go in the back.
Yeah, and then you'll be hanging out with me, right, sweetheart?
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, we got a big spender. Yeah, Jimmy.
He's back.
Yeah, Jimmy, check this card out. Like, he says I tried to charge him $10,000. Like, I'm trying to prove a point. Just try.
Christina, I charged him $10,000 last week. It'll go through.
Like, what?
Yeah. Just okay. Trust me.
You put $10,000 on his card?
We're gonna put $20,000 on his card.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, honey, you weren't kidding about that expense account.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big enough shot now.
Well, maybe you can come up and see me a little bit. Maybe you can come back in the apartment for, a couple of days and we'll work on it. We can work things out a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Well, I got a new assignment we got coming in, and I'll be seeing you like in a week. I gotta head out of town to get it all covered, but I'll come up. I'll see you in about a week.
All right, baby
Yeah,
cake.
I told you. My dinner.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here you go.
Thank you.
Cut to
Hi,
the model and the designer trying on the new dress. I just don't see vision. Okay.
Why not?
Does this hose need to go down my crotch like that? I don't believe in the combination of art and technology this way.
Listen, Claudia, this is my vision.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody is trying to get in the way of my vision, of my incredibly emotionally distressive experience, then I shall cut them out immediately.
Oh, no. Claudia. Of course, Claudia didn't mean that, darling. Of course she didn't. Did you, Claudia?
I did mean it, because this is my body, and the chafing in my crotch for this hose will ruin my crotch.
Oh, Claudia, we must suffer for our art, darling. Don't you know that? You must. No, Claudia didn't mean it, darling. Don't look at the chainsaw. This is not the chainsaw exhibit. This is the vacuum and the stain exhibit. Think of the vision.
Speaking of vacuums, Marjorie, how are those order of 543 vacuums coming along?
Well, just swimmingly. Actually, they're coming along. I'm just going to go
I don't trust her.
check on that very quickly. Love
Listen,
you.
Claudia. Listen, Claudia. What if we amp this up a little bit? We take some wine. Yes, we take a little wine. Have you ever had an experience with wine?
But what if we spill it on our clothes?
I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the wine and the emotion.
Do you want me to spill it on my clothes?
Spill it.
That would make
Spill
this
it on the
dress
clothes,
look better.
Claudia.
Okay. I will spill it all over my clothes. And I will do your show. Okay? And let it be the last show I ever do with you.
Cut to the assistant and the vacuum supplier. Hello. Yes, I was just checking in on our 500 vacuums for the show. We'll be needing them very quickly, and of course, as I mentioned, you can't use them for wine because wine will just make sure that the models don't get into wine because that would be bad. But you have the 500 mini coffee vacuums. Yes, please.
I have to be honest with you. No.
I'm sorry. Maybe my Bluetooth isn't functioning correctly. I thought you said no.
Correct. No.
No.
See, my assistant just let me know that the price went up to $17 and they didn't come in from the shipyard. But don't worry, he didn't spend his money at Ruby River, but we don't have the funds to pay for the increased price. And you also increased the number of units just now. So I'm sorry, but I'm just not able to deliver 500.
I most certainly did not. We asked for 500 in the first place. Well, this is outrageous.
I can pull up your order.
All right. All right. How many?
Marjorie, are those vacuums on their way? They're in your hands, aren't they? They're in your hands.
They are on the way, darling. They're on the way. I'm just on the phone with the supplier now.
Right? Because Claudia is just a mess right now with all this wine everywhere.
Boss, here's the template. There, that's the original order.
Let me darling, I'm just on the phone with them right now. It's all going to be just fine. Just be calm. Yes, hold on a minute. Yes, it's going to be fine, darling. The show's going to be wonderful.
Claudia.
Yes, go off with Claudia.
Claudia.
And we'll deal with this.
What?
This wine spill is just not working. We're going to have to vacuum it up whenever the vacuums come. Or else this will be a disaster. The whole show is going to flop because of you and your wine spill. That it was your idea.
First of all, it was not my idea, but did I embrace it like hell? Of course I did. Okay. And second of all, I am the model. You take care of these business aspects, and I will take care of wherever the hose is now stuck on my body. Okay? Deal?
Claudia. You're really starting to remind me of a young me, frankly.
That's an insult to me, but go on.
Well, I just think, have you ever thought about getting into fashion?
Into fashion? You mean make creative choices myself?
It's a long journey. It comes with many emotional distresses, but
it sounds
could be
awful.
You.
It could be me stressing over critique and all that. It sounds better than people judging my body harshly continuously. So,
yes, they'll only judge your vision harshly.
Okay. How about this? We make little clothes for hamsters? No. I see. I know I shouldn't have done make creative.
Claudia, that. We must find the supplies and do it.
Hamsters?
Yes.
Can we call people?
All right, I've gotten everything straightened out. We can have 15 vacuums on the way within.
Scratch the vacuums. Scratch the vacuums. I want you to find a hamster-sized fabric supplier.
I'm sorry. A hamster-sized
Yes.
fabric supplier.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her, Claudia.
Yes. Yes, why not? Hamster-sized. Because then we can make little clothing for hamsters, can't we? Yes, that would be wonderful. And then we can put the little hamsters in the little hamster clothing and they can just go. And then maybe we can suck the little hamsters up in the little vacuums and we'll just be fine. I'll just take care of that right now.
Relax. Oh, she left. She always does this to me. I am never going to be the devil on her shoulder again.
Did you just see a little demon disappear from the room?
Claudia, you saw a little demon disappear from the room. A hamster-sized demon.
Oh, I think I've had too much wine.
This is your vision, Claudia.
Oh, all right. Excellent. Bill, get back on screen. Where'd you go? I hope you did. There you are. Yeah. Awesome job, you guys. Great show. Great stuff. Man, there's so many funny lines. One of the great things about, obviously we all love performing live and in person, but there's some really cool stuff that we get to do on these virtual shows that we don't. And there's I'll let the audience in on a little secret. We have a private chat that is through our provider here that we can quote the whole show from. And there's so many fun quotes from that show in a private chat. We'll have to put them on a t-shirt or something. Man, that was an awesome job, you guys. Everyone in the audience is clapping for you, guys. Great job. We are going to see Rutabaga again on our stage soon enough. We will talk about some new shows here in a moment when I kick them out of here. But yeah, big time applause for Rutabaga. You guys were wonderful. We can't wait to have you back. Thank you so much for all your hard work. And we will see y'all next time. All righty. Applause for Rutabaga as they slowly disappear from the screen. All right. Yeah, how about that? That was good stuff. Oh, man, nothing like hamster-sized fabric suppliers, which is is the fabric supplier hamster-sized or is the fabric hamster-sized? I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out next time in part 2. That was awesome. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate the audience every single Saturday that we have. As we continue to plug along through this strange time where we got to keep our physical doors closed, but we have our virtual doors open, which is awesome. And we're always excited to bring you these shows for free if they need to be, but we always appreciate any donations that you can throw our way, whether it's $1.05 or a couple million. Either way, it's always tax deductible. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you really do want to kick $1 million our way, we'll figure out how to make that worth your while come tax season. And keep our doors open forever. So thank you all very much. We really do appreciate you being here. And we hope you're having fun watching these shows. Oh man, I'm losing audience members when I mentioned that $1 million ticket price. I'm just kidding. You don't have to donate $1 million. But please do if you want to. So coming up next, we have some really wonderful characters strolling their way through the Reno Improv stage. And we're going to have a little bit of a talk show. I'm really excited to interview some awesome folks that we are lucky to have as guests on tonight's show. And I just can't wait to bring them out. So we're going to keep things rolling with the talk show portion of tonight's show. And our first guest is somebody that we are really, really excited to have. And I actually have to scroll down to their little offstage screen to make sure I pronounce the name right. But we have somebody really, truly special with us tonight. And they're going to, a lot of us have to stay home right now. And aren't traveling a ton. So we hope that our next guest can bring us some really exciting tales from around the world and throughout her travels. So welcome everybody to the show, Patch McBlimby, nature photographer. Welcome, Patch. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We really appreciate you spending a little bit of your Saturday night with us and telling us.
It's an honor, Mr. Mahoney.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I guess we can jump right into it. You look great. Have you been traveling recently? Have you been able to snap some photos? Yeah.
Oh
What
yeah.
have you been up to lately?
It's summer, so I'm up in my Minnesota place by all the lakes, and I just went looking for the elusive northern spotted snapping turtle, and had quite an adventure looking for that sucker.
Lots of lakes there in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right. That's what turtles like. They like those lakes. And, my specialty is I really like to get those close-up shots that no one else has been able to get.
Yeah, you look like you might have got a little too close there.
Well, it turned out to be, I went looking in the middle of the night. I found the typical classic northern spotted snapping turtle nest, a bunch of crushed down cattails with mouse parts everywhere. And so I just camped out right there. And sure enough, this thing came creeping out of the grass, and the previous record was like 8 inches away for National Geographic. So I had to get closer than that. Right. And turned out to be a northern spotted jumping snapping turtle. Took me by surprise, just sort of really clamped onto my ear and scratched like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were a clawed animal. When you hear snapping turtle, you think I got to be worried about the snap, but it looks to me like you took a swipe at you.
It pretty much just hung onto my face for a good 3 minutes while I was screaming.
Jeez.
It was pretty rough.
That seems like a short time, in the grand scheme of things. But I feel like with a snapping turtle attached to your face, 3 minutes would seem like an eternity.
Yeah, I can tell you've never had a jumping snapping turtle grab your face before.
No,
you'd know.
Nope, yeah. I have no blemishes here to speak of.
Oh yeah, well, it's just all in the line of duty for me. Stuff happens. You got to. I just want to get close.
You're brave. What are some other animals that would you say you've gotten too close to? Because I have a feeling that this is more of a repeated thing with you. You'd like to push the limits, don't you?
I do. I mean, I'm looking for my big break, and you're not going to get any attention if you don't get more something than somebody else. I got this great idea up in Yosemite that you could dig a big trench and hang out in there for a while, and you could get a real close up of a bison testicle. And I sort of pulled that. I brought my picture for you to take a look at. Here's what I got. That's my actual photograph. It's a little blurry because they don't slow down for nothing, those things. And I got a bit of a hoof in the eye situation, but worth it.
I can tell it's worth it. Yeah. I mean, what? Wow. That's about, that's got to be some kind of record,
Well,
oh man, is that a sore subject?
I got rejected because they couldn't tell what the photo was, but I know.
I guess that could be any testicle, really.
There's always a mole,
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Always.
Wait a second. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's always a mole?
Oh, there's always a mole. There's always a mole.
On only specifically bison, or just in
no,
general?
no. All these close-up testicle shots. I got a whole file of them over there. Got elk. Got a skunk once.
A skunk testicle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What, you think skunks don't have testicles? Come on, man.
Look, I'm in the camp of believing that everything, at least at one point or another, had a testicle. That's not true. I mean, at least roughly. I feel like I'm digging myself a hole that I might not be able to get out of. So I gotta ask you a question that I wanted to ask before I started rambling there. And maybe the joke is already passed, but I still have to say it, or else it's going to burn a hole in my brain. With a skunk, is one testicle white and one testicle black?
Now, that's the kind of question you really should ask your mom. I mean, it's a little late in life, but let me just, it varies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
the little sucker that got me.
Wait, a skunk got you too?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was going for the photo and forgot how close that would be to, a little spray valve nozzle. So
I got it in the face pretty hard. But what I recall just before that was that there was a little bit of variation, a bit like a Appaloosa pony kind of a situation.
Gotcha. Hey, I gotta ask you. It seems to me like you like the danger.
For sure.
You thrive on it because I have friends that are photographers, not quite to your stature, of course, but they're amateur photographers, and I got to tell you, they use zoom lenses mostly for their up close shots. I feel like
zoom lenses.
Look,
shit. Everything's zoom nowadays.
That has
I
layers.
built my own camera right here. I got a cell phone taped on some binocs. Nobody's gonna beat this sucker. I mean, you can see some stuff. You can see. Check this out. Probably can't even tell what this is. What is this?
I would, if I had to guess, the starry sky. It looks like a starry sky to me.
That's a close up of a butterfly wing right there.
Wow.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Patch,
yep.
It looks like you got a pretty lovely view. And I know this is an inappropriate question a lot of times, but with a renegade photographer such as yourself, I have to believe that you're living a pretty good life here. By taking all these risks and getting these one of a kind shots, you probably can afford some of the finer things.
Well, I get my needs met. So I do have a sweet little place down in Arizona for the winter. In addition to my cabin in Minnesota. So
gotcha. I love a cabin in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to see that, artists, and I do think of you as an artist. I hope you think of yourself as an artist. No?
I think of myself as a connoisseur of living things and minutia.
Of just general minutia, or the minutia of? Oh, okay.
That's right.
All right. Well, this has been really an excellent. I got to ask one more question here. We probably have time for one more.
You bet.
And if the audience has a question for our guest, if you have time, feel free to throw a question into the chat.
Sure.
I would love to.
I'm an open book.
It seems like it. I think when you're special, would you say that your specialty is close-up testicle shots or just close-ups?
Oh, no. That's just sort of a side shoot. Because
a niche
it's
market.
It's a niche. I was trying to get into that because no one else had, but then I found out why. It's a tough area to get close to, honestly.
Yeah, dangerous. It's right by the
there's
back
a lot of
legs
legs happening around there,
right.
and things
Two of them
prey
usually,
on
right?
you. Yeah. So I'll get anything close up. I'm just trying to get noticed by National Geographic magazine. That is my dream.
Well, you know what? I think that hopefully this interview will go a long way in getting your story out, because the pictures are one thing and they're outstanding, but when you hear the backstory and the passion that you have for it, it kind of brings those close-up photos to life a little bit more than we might have if you weren't around. And certainly, it's helpful for you to tell us what they are, because I think without that, we would just we'd be kind of just looking at some blur
abstract. Right. It's
which is great, and it has its place, but I'm happy to know that these aren't just abstract. They're both abstract and specific at the same time, and I think that's really nice.
I don't know what that means.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Patch. It's been really lovely having you on the show. We do have a question from the audience. This is great, and thank you for. I'm going to post it on the screen, and I'll read it at the same time for some reason. If you could be an animal, which one would you be?
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be a zebra for sure.
Huh. Why?
Well, when you get really close to a zebra, they don't really have stripes. How about that?
Huh.
That's true.
Well, that is, you know what? I have no reaction to that whatsoever. I just got to tell you, I don't really know what to say about that. I'm just glad we had an expert like you here to deliver that, because otherwise I don't know that my brain would be contained inside my skull right now. Luckily for us, we had expert Patch McBlimby here today to explain both the minutia of close-up photography and also the minutia of how animals become one color, even if they're two, when you get close enough. I mean, that is some outstanding stuff. we will have you back on for sure, Patch McBlimby. I hope to see you again soon,
Hey,
and maybe next
I'll bring
time
a
you can
skunk
bring
sometime.
bring some animals that you can that you've befriended over
Yeah.
your years. That would be really great, and we really had a
bet.
blast having you on here. Thank you for swinging through Reno Improv's talk show. We appreciate your time. We might have you back on at the
Great.
end if we have time for a panel. So stick with us, and we
Cool.
have cool, great. Well, thank you so much.
I'm
All
going to
right.
head out to the plier and get some close up of some body paint.
Great. That sounds like an awesome time, Patch. You have a good time.
See.
And thank you so much for being with us. Well, wonderful. Oh, man. Awesome stuff. It was really a pleasure having Patch on the show. Really enlightening and bringing things that I would have never really thought about, I guess, or wanted to without Patch's presence. So thank you so much, Patch, for being on the show. And wouldn't you guess it, we have another awesome guest coming up right now, headed to our show. I got to tell you, I don't know too much about this guy. He called up the show and he said if we don't put him on, there would be consequences. And so here he is. I'm going to bring him to the stage now, and I'm afraid to pronounce his last name wrong, so I'm going to go ahead and say here comes Michael to the stage, and we'll let him introduce himself as he sees fit. Michael, welcome.
Timmy?
Thank you.
Timmy, hold on a second. Let me finish this call, Timmy.
Okay, Timmy works. We've never met, but you can call me whatever you like, Michael.
All right, look, Bruno, do what I told you to do the first time. I don't want to have to repeat myself. How many times I got to repeat myself, Bruno? You know what happens. You know the consequences. Now shut up and do it. Go ahead, Timmy. What do you got for me?
Are you sure everything's okay? It sounded like there were some problems.
Listen, I'm here to promote my course. It's the confidence course.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
going to love it. Everybody's going to love it.
Do you think I need a confidence course?
I think everybody needs it, and that you would be in that category of everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I am afraid to disagree with you, Michael. How do you pronounce your last name, Michael? Is it Michael Franchise?
Franchisee.
Oh, franchisee. Okay.
Franchisee.
God, franchisee. All right. That's,
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us here today, Michael. And you're here to promote your course, your confidence course. That's really awesome. You know, and now that you think about it, I think you're right. And I'm probably going to do a lot of agreeing with you today because I'm afraid to do otherwise. But yeah, and you know what? When you're on screen with me, I don't feel confident at all. So you're right, Michael. I think that you could probably scare everyone into being a little unconfident. And then therefore would need your class. So let's hear a little bit about that class. What does it entail exactly?
Timmy, let me tell you something. This is the USA, the Unified Systematic Americas of good old hard cash. Let me tell you something. The only way you're going to get this stuff is with confidence. If you come out like a wishy-washy little wimp, people will walk all over you in this country. Praise the Lord. I'm a man of religion. What I'm doing is, well, I'm counting my good old hard cash. And let me tell you something. When you sign up for my course, I'm going to teach you how to make this stuff. And that ain't no joke. It's the only way to get in this country.
Michael, I got to ask you a question. When you say make this stuff,
Go ahead, Timmy.
I was on my way, but when you say make,
shoot.
I'm,
Timmy, shoot. Go ahead, shoot. Don't hold back.
I'm not. Oh, all right. I'm going to yell at you. I feel like that's what you want, so I'm going to give it to you. When you said make this stuff, it felt to me more like you meant like actually print money out of a basement, other than like earn it the honest way. I gotta believe that there's some crookedness in your soul there, Michael Franchisee.
All right, let me tell you something, Timmy. My previous career was, you could say I was affiliated. You could say I was a member. You could say I was connected. I was one of the guys that would hang on the corner in front of a nice little cafe and plot and scheme and do things that was, well, not on the up and up, as some people would say. But you know what? I saw the light. One time I walked out had a little buzz on there, and looked up. There was a total eclipse going on. You know what happened?
You had a
Light.
total eclipse of the heart?
Oh, that's a good song, isn't it? Shut up. Let me finish. All right. What happened was I took a look at that total eclipse and it touched my heart. Oh, sweet Jesus. Let me just kiss Mary for a second. Just like I'm kissing my mama. And she makes good lasagna. Woo! Anyway, I had an enlightening experience. And I came up with that course, the Enlightenment course. And I thought, what does America need? Good, hard cash. I mean, previously, I'd have to say I was dealing with confidence all the time. I mean, one time, I had to go and I had to be a dentist for a day. Went in there with a pair of pliers. The guy was kind of not paying his debt. I went in there and I pulled a molar out.
That's not being a dentist.
Well, it was a dental.
You didn't see any light. I'm so confused by your behavior, Michael, and I'm really lucky that we're in the this quarantine time, because I can say this without being afraid of you reaching across the couch and smacking me. I think that you're just the same old wise guy you ever were. When I look at you, I see the same kid that stood on the corner outside the cafe and shook people down for protection money. Prove to me that you've changed.
Well, I am still the same guy in some ways. I mean,
all right. I knew I was right.
People say you can change, and well, you can. You can. I change my clothes. Sometimes I change my attitude, and that's really what the confidence course is about. It's for people who, pardon me.
You got the agita.
Mom's lasagna is heavy, though.
Yeah,
Damn sure. I mean, you can change your attitude, and that's what I do in the confidence course.
Change people's attitudes.
Change people's attitudes. Sometimes, I gotta get a little bit primitive. Sometimes I gotta come in and I got to do a little bit of adjusting, And I have experience, and I use that experience for the benefit of all my patrons.
Okay. Well,
I think this. Who doesn't want
nothing like being threatened by a sledgehammer and then having a roll of ones waved in your face to make you want to take a course, right? I guess before I got time for one more question for you, Michael. And you haven't really talked about the cost of this course. There's been a lot of threats and a lot of waving of money. But I think, one of the things that we're probably concerned about is price. There's been a lot of, talk about college being too expensive these days, and just classes in general are sometimes through the roof. What are we paying for this class here? Is it money? Is it something else?
That's what you're going to love. That's what you're going to love. All right. I'm telling you, and everybody out there who's watching, you got first dibs on this. All right. This is what you're all going to love. It costs absolutely zero, nothing. All that happens is I take a percentage of everything you make, and it goes up. Oh, it goes up, baby. That's the sweet thing about it. But all along the way, I make sure you got confidence. Confidence. You're going to be an earner. You're going to be an earner, man.
Okay.
Timmy, you should sign up.
You know what? I feel like I don't have a choice. I'm going to sign up, Michael. Hey, from now on, you get a percentage of everything I make.
Love it.
You're going to be disappointed, but I'm still going to kick it up to you. I know how this goes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to say thank you for your time, Michael, but I'm honestly a little happy to see you go. I don't look forward to our next meeting, as it will involve me handing you an envelope full of cash.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Louie. Louie, what did I tell you, Louie? I told you, go to 1st and 5th.
All right, everybody. That was Michael Franchise scaring the living daylights out of all of us and threatening us for our hard-earned money. Michael, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. We really appreciate it, and I hope that enrollment in your class just goes up and up, and possibly those students can share with 5 to 10 students, student friends of theirs, and you can make this thing work just like a good old-fashioned scheme. Man, well. I am glad to be moving on to our next guest. Don't let the name fool you. This is not Justin Kavanaugh, a performer at Reno Improv. I want to make that very clear. There's a lot of similarities here, but we're going to find out just a little bit that there's some differences as well. So welcome to the stage and to your screens, everybody. My next guest, Justin Cav. Justin Cav. Oh, that's right. I got to bring him on and open the curtain. I forgot how this show works there for a moment. Welcome, Justin Cav. Justin Cav, do you like, it sounds like one of those names that you'd want to be said in completion.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, should I say it in completion?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think
all right, Justin Cav, I will.
I'm so glad to be a guest on your show. A lot of people, America, a lot of people don't know this, but Tim and I actually grew up together in the same town. We're from Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
That's right.
Tim is not his actual birth name. He changed it when he got famous. And I am so pleased to have this reunion. I've written the book about our town. It's called Rare. And it's a tell-all tale of Portsmouth. Folks, if you've got questions for what you think my impression of Tim was when he was a kid, smash that comment button. We'll answer.
The show's been hot. Well, all right. I had some questions for you, but it sounds like you are taking over the hosting for the next few minutes. If you have any questions for Justin Cav about what I was like as a child, let's go ahead and put those in the comment section, and we'll get those going. I want to say thank you for being here. It's really special to have a childhood friend to come on the show. There's few people in the world who know as much as about me as you do, and certainly things have changed quite a bit since we were kids, and I've moved to the West Coast here and have been doing my thing, and you are still in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, doing your thing. What's new in Portsmouth? While we get some of these questions coming in, what's new in Portsmouth?
Oh, so much. The mall really took off. That we've got a body shop, we've got a Bath and Body Works, and we've got a Bed Bath and Beyond.
Wow, I mean that's very alliterative and exciting news for Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That's great. Justin, that's just I'm happy for you that those things have come to excite you.
When you left, and you said, hey, I'm going to go. You're going to see me one day. I'm going to be hosting a talk show. And we all said, whatever, get out of here.
That's a nice way of putting it.
We all lined up at your house, and
I forced me to leave.
The tires of your U-Haul, because we just didn't feel like we wanted to encourage emigration.
Okay. Yeah, it was interesting to both be told to leave and then to have our tires slashed in the process. It was like, oh, what do you want? Do you want us to go? Do you want us to stay? Like, I was, that was sad. Well, let's ask some of those questions that are coming in now. We have a lot of questions about what I was like as a kid. So a question from Inkhorn Minx, and that is their actual name, stage name, to be determined. From Inkhorn Minx, we have the question: What did Tim dress like as a kid? Well, I mean, we went to school together. You saw me every day, so I'll let you go ahead and take that one.
Well, we all knew that Tim was an artist, and that he felt inspired. Went through a lot of phases, a lot of pocket watches, a lot of he did mismatched shoes on purpose. And we all thought, oh, this guy, this kid, he's gonna really be something. He's gonna put Portsmouth, New Hampshire on the map. And we, there was a hat phase, there was a 2-hat phase, and not even on your head, just one on each fist. Yeah.
I thought fist hats was going to be the thing that propelled me to the next level.
We all did.
You guys were so supportive early on, and then when the break was there, the pitchforks came out. We're going to go ahead and move to another question. Alrighty, we got a question from Jessica Belandi. Mr. Cav, apparently this person knows you. Mr. Cav, would you say Tim found love, or would you say love found Tim? Oh, what a sweet question. I'm sure the answer is going to be equally as sweet.
It was both. It was we all in Portsmouth we have a saying: when you find love, it finds you back, and that's how it is in New England. I think every person I've ever met who's fallen in love, it was mutual and simultaneous. And I think you'll back me up on that, Tim. I think we know that's true.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. I'm glad that you had that answer, because that's 100% the truth. I had one more question for you, but I really liked, and I think that the audience is enjoying these questions. So I'm going to go ahead and give you one more question to answer about me, and then we're going to go ahead, and that's going to be our time. I want to thank you, Justin Cav, so much for being here today, and letting the audience in behind the scenes a little bit on my life has been exhilarating, to say the least. So let me go ahead and just put one more question up here. Let's see. Oh, this is a great one from our friend Bill. What was Tim's favorite Golden Girls episode?
Oh, that's a great question. It was from season 6. It was called Henny Penny Straight No Chaser, aired in May of 1991.
Yep.
It was a classic. It was where they all do a musical of Henny Penny because the kids had measles.
Yep, that's a good one. And I got to tell you, that's one of the first shows that I remember that episode so well, because it really inspired me to kind of pursue the arts. It was like, it was all of my favorite things, on screen at one time: musicals, the Golden Girls, and commercials from the 90s. It was just a special time. Well, thank you so much for being here, Justin Cav. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
You know what? It was really nice to have a familiar, friendly face on the show, somebody who I feel those deep roots with. So thank you so much. And we gotta make you maybe a recurring guest to kind of keep people updated on what's new in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, because it seems like a lot is happening there. Oh man, it has been fun. Thank you so much, Justin. All righty. Excellent. And oh man, Justin, you're back so quick. Oh man, I got to tell you guys, it was really heartwarming to have a childhood friend on to hang out for a little while. And we're going to close the show with another really special guest, and someone I'm really excited to talk to, because we are very similar. We share so much in common, and this is a rarity, because so often we're all doing our own talk shows, but today I get to have another talk show host on as a guest. It's like talk show host inception. I think that's how that works. But it is really, really exciting for me to bring to your screens and to have on this show Gawi, the 5-year-old talk show host. Welcome, Gawi. Thank you so much for being here. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
My name is Gawi.
Yeah, Gawi. Thank you, Gawi. I had it right. Gawi, thank you so much for being here. I got to tell you,
these are my real glasses. I have my other glasses. They're right here. I'm just gonna put my other glasses on. I can't, because when I wear these ones, I can't see. So I have other glasses. These ones that have I can see.
Well, I'm glad you can see. That's an important part of being a talk show host, isn't it, Gawi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not Gawi. It's Gawi. It's not. It's Gawi.
Gawi. Okay, Gawi. I'm sorry. Diction is not my strong suit. That's why I host an online talk show.
Do you want to peach?
Gawi, no, I'm all set. You know what, Gary? You need your vitamins and your fruits and vegetables, so I think it's important that you eat that, okay, buddy? Hey, okay. Gary, you go ahead and keep eating your snack, all right? But I want to ask you one quick question here. What do you think is the most important thing about being a talk show host?
Mom told me that when I talk to people, I have to look them in the eye. I have to look people in the eye when I talk to people, because that's how you make connect. That's how you make connect. That's That's how people know that you are listening.
That's you know what, Gary, your mom's right, and
If those people
hey,
not.
buddy, I want to help you out a little bit. I know that I'm not in the same room as you, but if you look right into your camera, okay, right into your TV screen there, buddy, I am. Yeah, it's just like we're making pretend that we're connecting, all right? We have eye contact, and that's a really important thing because, like your mom said, it helps us make connections. And connections are a big part of being a talk show host, right, Gary?
Where do you live?
Oh, Gary, I do not give out my information on a live broadcast, buddy, and neither should you. But if you're giving out your information, I would suggest that you move.
Do you want to come over and play?
No, buddy.
Do you want to come over and play? I have
toys. I have so many toys for a 5-year-old, buddy. That is really.
Have you ever seen this one? This one is Weird Al. I don't know his last name. We call him Weird Al.
Yeah.
And he has his magical accordion. He can beat you over the head with it.
Hey, that's really cool, bud. Hey, Gary, I gotta ask you another question. Is that okay?
Can I have another peach slice?
I'll tell you what, bud. If you answer my question, you can have 2 peach slices. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Awesome, buddy.
Yeah.
So, as a talk show host, you obviously had a ton of guests on your show. Okay. I want to know, who is your favorite guest that you've.
You have a really big beard.
I do.
Do you ever get itchy? Does your face ever get itchy? Because one time when it was in the summer of 1996, I let my hair grow long and I got itchy.
Yeah, it happens once in a while, but I use some very adult I use the products for adults that help with itchy beard. They're beard oil and balm.
Can I talk now?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Hey, we forgot about those peach slices, bud, and I had a question for you.
Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my goodness! When did you have JCVD on your show? I've been trying to get him on here for years.
I had Jean-Claude Van Damme on his show yesterday, and he said he can kick really hard. Can I show you kick? Can I kick for you?
Okay. Yep. Real quick.
Kick.
That was good, buddy. I know you can't hear him, but our audience is applauding you. Okay.
I can kick really high.
Also,
1996 was a leap year. It was a leap year.
Right. That would explain how a 5-year-old was around. Gary, hey, I only got time for one more question, but I know it's getting late, especially because you're on the East Coast and it's getting close to midnight, which is way past your bedtime.
I live in Manhattan.
I know you do, but that's a really cool place to live, huh?
There was a gunshot yesterday.
Gary, I got to ask you one more question, and then it's time to go. But I got to ask.
Go bad.
Okay, from talk show host to talk show host, what is? Thank you, bud. I'll take that. Yeah, just put it in my canteen. What is your favorite question to ask a guest that you might be a little bit afraid of?
What is do? Have you ever choked on cow's milk?
That's your favorite question to ask?
Well, because it's a real thing, dummy.
Well, you're right. Hey, the statistics are that 14% of all people in the world will choke to death on cow's milk, not goat's milk. Goat's milk is healthier than cow's milk because cow's milk, if you don't know, the bovine is injected with hormones and goats don't get injected with hormones, but 14% of all cows, the bovine, the hormones in the cow's milk, it can make you hack. Have you ever seen a cat go? When a cat chokes like that, it's because it's got too much cow's milk in its mouth. Gary. I'm sorry, Gary. I had no idea.
It's Gowie. It's Gowie.
But hey, it's getting pretty late, and I think that it's time for you to head to bed. And I think it's probably time for our audience to start thinking about heading to bed too. I got to thank you so much, but thank your parents for letting you come out this late.
I don't have any more peach slices. They're gone.
All right, buddy. You're gonna have to ask your mom about that, okay? Because I can't help you. I am like 3,000 miles away.
I know when I told you there was a gunshot. The gunshot yesterday. Mom died. so she can't make me any more peach slices.
Oh, well then, you know what, buddy? I will get you some more peach slices, okay? I know a friend at DoorDash who will take care of you and make sure that you're all set and on your way, okay? I'm going to have those peach slices right over to you.
I know DoorDash.
Hang tight, okay? And make
Seamless
sure you
is better. Seamless is better.
Okay. In this tough time, I want you to go ahead and create some parasympathetic relationships with your toys.
I don't know what that means.
Just trust your instincts, okay, buddy?
I don't know what that means.
It's okay. Hey, I'm going to remove you from the screen, which doesn't mean that you're gone. It just means that we can't talk anymore, okay?
Hey, you're bald.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and shut you down. You guys made me, Thanks, Gary, so much for being with us, you guys. That is maybe the reason that two talk show hosts aren't often on the same screen together interviewing each other. But I got to say, Gary was a wonderful guest, and so were all of our other guests. So we're going to bring back our panel real quick to give a quick wave. Gary, thank you so much for being here.
I'm still here.
Limby, thank you for being here. Michael Franchise, he's still on the phone yelling at people, and Justin Cav, childhood friend. I got to say, it was a wonderful show. Thank you all so much for being with us as guests and
what's wrong with your eye?
Got kicked out by a bison. You know what that is? It's like a cow.
Don't drink the milk.
All right. And that's our show, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, man. If you enjoyed the show, feel free to throw a donation our way. As we always say, these are pay what you can, but any $1 or $5 that you throw away is truly appreciated. It helps us, pay for our StreamYard account and all these different things that we do to put on these shows for you. So thank you all very much for joining us tonight. It was a blast doing that show. And I'm going to attempt to bring on everybody that's still a part of the stream to give a quick wave. And then we are going to stop the live stream. Thank you all so much for being part of the Reno Improv virtual stage. We had a blast, and we hope you did too. Take care and have a great weekend. I think it's a long weekend too for folks, right? It is a long weekend. We'll enjoy that long weekend, and we will see you next week on Saturday. Bye.